Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Spanish campaign. If you were watching last week's episode, you know we're in a very exciting part of the campaign right now. We just took Corinth off the Brutii and we've besieged Sparta. Up in the northern provinces, we just took Trier off the Britons, and the British faction leader, Cador the Conqueror, has prepared an army to counterattack, so we're preparing to fight him in the field. We don't really have much strength here at the moment, so we're just hoping that the reinforcements in Alesia finish repairing and are able to rejoin with Carbassi before this battle. But otherwise, we might have a pretty difficult battle in the field the next time Cador the Conqueror decides that he wants to fight. And finally, in northern Africa, Gurguri the Butcher is just one turn away from besieging the final city of the Carthaginians at Nepte, and he's being chased by Bodeshmun Olisipo. So we have to wonder whether he will start a fight at the end of this turn, or whether he will wait until we've besieged Nepte, or what the plan will be. So yeah, there will be definitely some fireworks around Nepte, the final battle of the Carthaginian Empire. Now, right now we could take Sparta. We could just attack right now with our one siege tower, but I don't think that's really enough to take the city. Our strategy relies on using missile troops from multiple directions, so we definitely need multiple units on the walls at once. So we're going to go ahead and build 2 more siege towers, and we'll have, I believe, 4 by the end of this turn. So next turn, we should easily be able to take Sparta by getting 4 units on the walls. We'll be able to fire some Peltas, hopefully at some Praetorians below, and Sparta shouldn't be too difficult. The only issue here is with 208 heavy cavalry, with experience, with armor, with weapons, this is going to be difficult. No matter which way you cut it, we're going to have issues at Sparta. So hopefully this battle goes well, and hopefully they don't sally out right now and attack us in the field, because that is where we would be at our weakest. So when I click end turn, there are actually 3 different battles that could all kind of go poorly. So we're expecting a battle at Sparta, in France, and at Nepte. So a lot of action could happen right now. Let's go ahead and end the turn and hope for nothing. We want a peaceful end of turn. Fantastic. That's exactly what we were hoping for. At Corinth, yeah, I knew we would have some rioting because we just didn't have the garrison here to hold the city. Let's see how bad the public order is here. Yeah, 45% is pretty bad. That brings us up to 50%. Unfortunately, I don't really know how we're going to get this city under control in time to not lose it at 50%. I think our only chance here is to take Sparta and then send some troops back to Corinth. So we'll have to make sure we do that by the end of the turn. Otherwise, we may lose Corinth to a civil revolt. So we got to be aware of that. Let's take a look at our announcements real quick. Our end of turn report, positive as always. It's always around 14,000 denarii, so I'm happy with that. We got a few retinue for some kind of unimportant generals. Civilized slave +1 management for Thurman is nice. And for Garzi of Emporii, Master Smith saves on training troops, which is actually good at Batavium. We'll go ahead and train some troops just because it is now a little cheaper for us. We'll get some long shields in production at Batavium. And at Batavium, I just noticed that we have a diplomat here, and let's see how he is. He's not horrible. Honestly, 3 wreaths of influence is not bad, and we have so much money right now. I'm curious whether we have a chance at bribing Tiberius Paulinus. Let's see if we can do it. I would just like to weaken the Brutii a little bit by bribing a character off of them. Honestly, kind of a ripoff, but 70,000 denarii is not that much to pay for a family member, especially when you have 500,000 denarii. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Return the favor against the Romans who have been bribing all of my troops. Screw you. I'm going to move this general over to Mediolanium. And I don't know if he had apparently loyal or if this bribe gave him apparently loyal, but yeah, he's definitely going to be a little bit easier to bribe. Honestly, +2 hit points for the general, +4 command. Age 21, he's pretty good. So he could actually be used in battle a little bit later. Let's train up a few units in northern Italy. We'll get some bull warriors in Arretium and Ariminum, get some cavalry in Mediolanium and Batavium, and we might put together a little bit of an army and have him maybe go take a Brutii city over something like a quincum. That would be good. In France, Carbassi the Conqueror was not attacked at the end of the turn, which is surprising, honestly. I now have all of this heavy cavalry. Well, heavy, light, I don't know what long shield cavalry is. But yeah, we'll go ahead and send back our barbarian cavalry mercenaries to Alesia, and then we can go ahead and grab all of our best cavalry who have just been retrained. They're nice and strong. We'll send them over from Alesia and join them up with Carbassi. We can fit one more unit, and yeah, this is a scary army. Look at that. I don't know if we want to attack Cador the Conqueror in the field, or if we would rather just go straight to Samarabriva. How long is the trip? Yeah, we'll just go to Samarabriva, and if he chases us, he chases us, but Alesia, I mean, it's a little risky to leave it somewhat undefended, but we'll build some troops here, and we can always come back if we need to, if he turns back to attack Alesia. At Lugdunum, we have some bull warriors and a general. Could we spare them? Yeah, we'll send them north to Alesia just for a little extra reinforcements. We'll grab some barbarian mercenaries, just get a little more strength in Alesia since they're not really needed in Lugdunum. Oh, and we wanted to see if we could bribe this rebel family member here. Let's see how expensive this is. Velicatus of Oltis, 82,000 denarii. I mean, it's expensive, but we have so much money, we literally will never be able to spend it. So I'm going to go ahead and buy him. I know it's kind of a brash decision, but let's see how he is. Apparently loyal. Yeah, he got that from being bribed. But +2 command from good commander is good, and he had a native 2 influence and 1 command star. So he's a pretty good general. He's 33 years old. I'm happy with that. We'll send him over to Alesia. In Northern Africa, looks like Bodeșman Olisipo was trying to catch up with Grigori the Butcher, but kind of just failed. So I'm all right with that. That's kind of strange. But now, do we want to attack Captain Aegokoros here or go straight for Nepte? I think we ignore Bodeșman Olisipo. That's obvious. Because if he can't catch up with us, or if he doesn't catch up with us, then Nepte will be an easy capture. So let's go ahead and besiege Nepte and see what's inside the city. Oh, just 1 unit of Libyan spearmen. Easy peasy. Bodeșman's army, we don't know what it is. So it could be slightly better than my army. But with 122 heavy cavalry from Grigori the Butcher, I really don't see how they beat us. I mean, maybe if this was the faction leader and he had more cavalry, but with 63 heavy cavalry, I think we win this no matter what this army is. Now, the next order of business, we need to take Sparta. So we have 5 generals. We have so much infantry here. I mean, none of it's very good, but we have some missile troops. We have some cavalry. So we really should be able to take Sparta. The only issue is the quality of the troops inside of Sparta is so high that I really don't know if we can do this. I'm just hoping for the best. We have 4 siege towers, so that's a huge advantage. We will at least be able to outposition anyone in the city. So, all right. Let's go ahead and start this battle. They don't have a general. Let's check out Dunor of Segabriga, how good he is right now. He has +1 morale from Famous Warrior and 5 stars of command. So that's honestly a really good set of stats for Sparta. He's a good commander, so I think our troops will hold up fairly well. I mean, anything that goes up against these troops will just get shredded. But we have missile troops, so if we can just do damage from afar and maybe just pin these units with hoplites, we should be able to win this. We just need to be somewhat intelligent here. Now the good thing is, I believe these are huge walls, which is usually a bad thing because it makes them very hard to take. But in this case, it means that we also have huge siege towers. So I think these are the siege towers with the huge ballistas on top. Hopefully they've put all of their infantry on the walls so I can really use these ballistas. And let me see what I want to use to push the towers. I'm thinking hoplites and mercenary peltas are a good option. Even though there are a lot of them, they could take some damage here. It might be smarter to use something like Balearic Slingers. But I just want to have the Balearic Slingers because they're so useful inside the city with their 13 missile attack and decent range slings. They will be useful once they're up on the walls. They can reach the cavalry, for example. So hopefully we can just take out the Praetorians right now with just our siege towers. Now, we're going to have them kind of stand far enough back that they're not in range of the enemy towers, and we'll have them on fire at will mode, and we will just have to see where they draw up. So we'll go ahead and start the battle, and yes, they have all drawn up on the walls. This is wonderful, and this is probably the best portion of wall, just because, yes, there are towers, but this curve on the wall means that the towers will be less effective at shooting my troops. So I'm going to have my siege towers go probably just one at a time. To see if we can find a sweet spot that is not in range of the towers, let's try right here. We're going to go here first with this closest siege tower. We actually won't have fire at will enabled at first because we want to get a little closer, get a really high quality shot on these Praetorians. And then once we're in position, if we're not getting shot by any towers, we could just sit there, fire all of our ballistas, and then retreat and do the same thing with all 4 towers. So let's go ahead and bring our other siege towers over in this direction so that we can do this for all 4 of them. Now, so far we're not in range of any towers. If we can really pull this off, we could take out this whole unit of Praetorians. Okay, they're in range temporarily. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the ballistas. Keep getting as close as possible with the siege tower. We are hoping to escape the range of these towers. And let's watch these ballistas work. They are doing so much damage to the troops on the wall. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're going to burn through their ammo really quickly, and they're going to take a lot of Pila. But look how devastating this is. Absolutely shredding these units. This is crazy. These ballistas are so powerful. Even though I'm going to lose like the whole unit of mercenaries. I mean, this unit of Praetorians is down to 84. So yeah, we're going to kill all their infantry with just a couple siege towers. And yeah, I mean, look at this. The results speak for themselves. So much damage, so much ammunition. This is really good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and retreat with this siege tower, and we'll just do it again with each siege tower. So hopefully this doesn't burn up on the way out, because then it would block the other siege towers. We want to make it all the way out. And yeah, this unit of Peltas has taken a lot of damage. Where are the troops, actually? 86 of them. Oh yeah, they're all over here, which is weird. But yeah, just get the siege tower all the way out of range. Get it over there. And then, honestly, this unit that's been damaged, these Peltas, they're actually a good unit to hold the siege towers the whole time. So let's go ahead and grab the next siege tower. Since they're already damaged, they will take less damage from the towers and from the missiles on the walls, just because they're a smaller target. So we'll get them into the same position right here. And hopefully, I think, what was the exact position? Right there. Hopefully this tower doesn't burn up. You never know, but I think these towers are also a little bit stronger. They are a little more resistant to the arrows on the towers. Perfect. All right, and we'll let them fire. And yeah, I mean, on 3 times speed, this just looks crazy. They're taking a ton of damage here. Now, we are also taking some fire arrows to the siege tower, but only like 1 every now and then. Or is it even going to the siege tower? Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately it is. All right, let's get out of there. We've almost fired all of our ballistas. Do not catch fire, please. There we go. All right, we fired all of our ballistas. Let's get out of there. We'll grab the next one. And this unit of Praetorians is down to just 10 soldiers. Ouch. That is crazy. The next siege tower, I think we want to use to target these legionaries, which means they will also take more damage from this gateway. But I think we'll just position right here, try and get some shots in on these legionaries. So go ahead and drop this siege tower, and then we will pick up this siege tower. So yeah, grab this siege tower and go ahead and bring it right here. And this one is going to probably burn up. So I'm going to activate the ballistas a little bit earlier this time, just recognizing that they're not going to get all of their ballistas off. We just want to do some damage to these legionaries if we can. So go ahead and start firing. Let's watch this from the legionaries' perspective. Ouch. Yeah, crazy amount of damage. And honestly, the gateway isn't firing that many fire arrows. Like, yeah, a couple here and there. It will probably burn up the siege tower, but we've done so much damage already. Yeah, I don't know why this gateway is just not very effective as a defense. Sometimes I think the huge walls are actually worse at defending than a large standard wall, because you have fewer towers, and the towers aren't that much better, and the siege towers are so much better. So, like, what is the advantage, right? Also, once you get missile troops up on the walls, they do so much more damage because they're really high up. So, I don't know. All right, we've used all of our ballistas since we started firing a little earlier, so now we're just going to march this tower all the way out again. Hopefully it makes it and doesn't burn up, or at least makes it far enough that we can bring the next one in. All right, so we lost the tower, and this unit is just about done for. They're down to 5. We'll let them retire. And I think our next unit will do... this is the question. What do we want to use next? Probably more peltasts. And my reasoning here is that we need the hoplites for dealing with the cavalry. So we will try to preserve our hoplites. We'll grab the next unit of mercenary peltasts, and then we will just try to make it on the walls right here. So we're going to tell them to climb the wall, have fire at will enabled, and whatever shots they're able to get, and if they're able to get close, that is ideal. I don't know if they're going to be able to path around this broken siege tower, but we're going to try our best. So we've actually managed to escape a good amount of the arrows just by this weird path that the siege tower has to take. And now we're going to target... Oh no, unfortunately we've already used all of our arrows and it's burned up. So we've lost that siege tower. Hopefully we actually managed to get a siege tower to the walls at this point. That would be embarrassing if not. But we've managed to kill, I mean, what percentage of the enemy army? 44% just by bringing up siege towers and using their ballistas. So I don't know. I think this was worth it. My approach here is going to be, let's take that really safe route that we had before that avoided most of the arrows. And we're going to just... Oh man, can we even do this? We might have to go over here. This looks like a pretty safe approach. Let's take a siege tower all the way out here on a long route. And we're going to try to climb the walls over here. And hopefully we can win against these legionaries with some peltasts. Probably not, honestly. But I don't know. We'll turn some towers. We'll just do with this advantage what we can. I still think the curved portion of wall is the safest bet. So we'll just speed this up, take this really long, safe route, and try to climb the walls right here where we are safest from the towers. All right, we've made it far enough this direction. Let's direct the tower over to this portion of wall, and we'll see how much damage we take from the towers. Oh my goodness, immediately we lost that siege tower. That's really bad luck. We'll go grab the next one, we'll try it again. This might not be possible. I might have kind of used up the hit points of our siege towers by coming at the city and firing off all the ballistas. So if that's the case, we'll just have to do this next turn, but we've at least done a lot of damage to the infantry in this city, which was the objective. I still think we needed to do that because I don't know how we were going to beat the infantry otherwise. So we're just going to try this one more time. All right, so this time we want to avoid the skeleton of this siege tower, so we're just going to go for this portion of wall, and we're going to just have to deal with this tower. Hopefully we get lucky, we manage to get the siege tower past the towers. But I guess what I was talking about earlier with the huge wall not being very effective, that's true because you get better siege towers up until the point that you lose them all. So I guess it's a little more effective at destroying your siege towers with the fire arrows. So maybe I spoke too soon on huge walls being abysmal. All right, please, I'm just praying, make it past the towers. You got this. Come on. Just plant on the wall and we're safe. Come on, you're so close. So close. There we go. All right, we've done it. So now we should be able to win this battle. We just need to get enough units up these towers. I'm going to go ahead and start bringing some more peltasts over, and we're going to bring them kind of on a safe route for the first one, but we're going to turn some towers with this unit, and it'll be safer to approach with more infantry to climb this siege tower. So get over here. Let's get our hoplites over here as well. All right, so we've come out on the walls over here, and we're being chased by the legionaries. Let's just start turning towers. We want to get any cavalry we can inside the city, so we need to turn a gateway. Just run this direction. Turn all these towers. And then, since we now have a siege tower on the walls, we're going to tell these peltasts to climb the walls. So the legionaries will be chasing our peltasts in this direction, and then more peltasts will arrive on the walls, kind of encircling them, and hopefully they don't really know what to do with that. And honestly... Well, actually, they've stopped running, so hopefully they don't... Yeah, they're gonna turn to these peltasts and deal with them. All right, peltasts run in this direction. If I can get some peltasts over here to turn these towers, we can get some cavalry in through the front gates. Yeah, this might have been a slight miscalculation. Hopefully we don't lose this unit. But honestly, they're running pretty efficiently. They know not to get involved with these legionaries. So just keep moving, guys. Don't get caught up fighting. No, no, no. Do not get caught up fighting. Come this way. Come on, just keep running. All right, they actually handled that pretty intelligently. So let's get these peltasts over from this direction. And I'm going to drop my peltast right here. So that if they get pursued by the legionaries will come through this little hole right here. And they will be met by a bunch of prepared pila. Or javelins. So yeah, right here. Stop running. Fire at will. And let's slow this down. And we're going to throw a bunch of javelins as they file through nice and slow in here. Come on, guys. Actually throw your javelins. Why are you not throwing your javelins? What are you doing? Throw your javelins. There we go. That does some good damage. They're down to 78. They've broken. Unfortunately, this didn't work out. All right. But we've taken this front gate. So let's get our cavalry inside the city. We'll start with our generals. Then we'll get our round shield, long shield in here. And, I mean, this is a pretty good force to have inside the city. Let's find our other unit of peltasts. Where do they go? Okay, they're over here. Let's get these peltasts to guard the gateway, because the gateway is important to us. And maybe we might want to turn this tower. We're hoping that these legionaries will come off the walls and feel compelled to deal with the cavalry down here. But I'm not quite sure that they'll do that. We've got our peltasts on the way. Where are they right now? Okay, they're over here. Go ahead and sprint, guys. You can hurry a little bit. The legionaries have defeated this first unit over here. Yeah, there are 77 of them, which isn't that much, but it's enough to hold the walls. And if they break all of my infantry, then we're just going to be fighting all of these towers, not really able to do anything. So I don't really know what the plan is here. I'm trying to get my slingers inside the city so that they can climb the walls and do some damage, like from here to here. And I'm trying to file my cavalry over in this direction because these towers are turned, but this one is currently Brutii. So I don't want to go over there. I will take casualties if my cavalry files in over there. Oh, okay. This is perfect. So the legionaries are coming off the walls. I'm going to go ahead and tell the peltasts to sprint over here. We want them to turn this tower and start firing down from above. This is perfect because then my cavalry can break this unit of legionaries and we can just deal with the cavalry on the city center. So we've turned this tower. We're going to try and get everyone bunched up right here. Let's turn this tower as well. We're just going to chase them turning towers and hopefully figure out an angle from above where we can fire at them. All right, we've got this tower turned. Perfect. This tower. We are in business. We'll line up right here with our peltasts. So if they come back down this street, they will have to run through a bunch of javelins. Now, over here, let's get our couple of slingers up on the walls. Honestly, not a great use of them. I want to use them for the actual like fighting in the city, but if I can turn some more towers and maybe get some shots with my slingers, that'll be worth doing. So we've already turned this tower, but we need to get over here and turn this corner tower, which is a hard one to turn because it fires at you as you approach it. But just try and get over here and turn this tower. And the reason I didn't use my mercenary peltasts for this unit of 5, is that I didn't know if they would make it. There are only 5 of them, so they might have all just died right there. We'll go ahead and turn this tower as well. I'm just glad that was successful. And then, I mean, do we have a shot actually from right here? Just go here. You have a shot on these? No. Okay. And I recently discovered for the first time, thanks to a commenter, that if you just put your troops on guard mode, you can tell them to fire at someone and they won't pursue. Well, I don't know. That's what they said. I'm going to test it out in this battle. I don't want them to pursue. I want them to just sit here, fire at whoever is in the vicinity. Maybe only if they're in range, they won't pursue. All right, I mean, we've killed 45% of the enemy, but I would say these legionaries are the strongest stuff in this battle still. So we have not won by any means. Let's get our hoplites inside the city. We'll just bring them over here. And if we can engage the enemy under a tower with some prepared hoplites and cavalry supporting, I think we can win this. It's a very finicky battle. We have to be very careful here. Maybe our goal should be to get them to come over in this direction. All right, what are the exits from the city center? So we have here, This is probably the only exit they're actually going to consider using. So they'll come this direction, then this direction, and then this direction. Okay, so this is a pretty long route. That's good. Let's get these slingers to turn this tower, and we'll set up our hoplites right here. We'll just get a nice strong wall of hoplites, and then we'll get cavalry over here as well. And we'll just go ahead and turn a few more towers just to be safe, just in case any cavalry runs by this. We want them to take some damage. So go turn 1 or 2 more towers just over here. They haven't reacted at all, so let's go ahead and move up our phalanxes to right here. We'll make a new line just defending this street, and we'll get our cavalry behind them over here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this unit of peltasts off the walls just because they could be useful. 98 peltasts, you never know when you'll need them. So we want them to start making their way over here. Next up, let's move our phalanxes up here. So we're going to get 1 unit of phalanx here, 1 unit of phalanx here. Just make a V, and then we will have our general extremely close for moral support. We'll get our other generals over here as well. And we want some cavalry on this side as well. We're eventually going to try to use the old trick where you shoot with some slingers to try to kind of tempt them into a trap. Speaking of, let's get our slingers off the walls. We want them over here. We'll need them. And let's take them off of fire at will in skirmish mode. Let's get our light cavalry over here. Perfect. And we're not yet going to drop the phalanxes just because it messes with the ability for the cavalry to run through them. So everyone is more or less in place. Our hoplites still have not dropped their phalanxes, but that is the plan. We want our slingers to run up here, see if they can get some shots in on anything they can reach, and then they'll run back behind the hoplites, and then the hoplites will drop their phalanx in position. So let's make sure they're ready to drop a phalanx. So you know they need to do the swirl thing first, and then they will be ready, and then we will be ready to tempt them out with some slingers. Alright, hoplites look to be in position. Let's lift their phalanx and test it one more time, make sure they don't need to do the swirl again. Perfect. No, they are actually in position this time. And I think all of our slingers are in position. Do they have a shot yet? Not yet. We're going to keep this on 1x speed just because we don't want to make a mistake here. Alright, so we have a shot on the legionary cavalry unit, the general or the commander's unit. We're just going to fire off 1 volley and get ready to sprint away. If they react whatsoever, we're running behind these phalanxes. Yes, okay. They're moving. So hurry up, get out of there, get moving. If you get caught, it is not my fault. You did not listen to instructions fast enough. All right, get behind the phalanx. Are they still reacting? I think they will. All right, the slingers are almost through. Come on, just a few more of them. Go ahead and drop your phalanxes just in case. And will they continue to pursue? That's the question. Do we still have a shot on them? We have a shot on them with our slingers. Let's pull them back a little bit, so hopefully they don't hit the mercenary hoplites in the back. And let's just fire at these legionary cavalry. We need to be ready with our cavalry because these hoplites are not going to hold up to a direct frontal charge of 200 cavalry. Yeah, alright, what's their feeling here? Okay, they're feeling motivated. They're going to run right into these prepared hoplites. But they're not really charging, they're just kind of standing around. I don't know if they've decided what they want to do yet. I guess not. And this confirms that the guard thing works. They're firing, but they're not chasing. So thank you to the commenter who told me about that. That is really useful. I'm going to speed this up just to see if they change their mind. If not, we're going to do this over and over again. Just keep sending them out, get a kill or two, and then run back behind the hoplites. All right, run, 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 run. Are you not run? Okay, well, this unit is lost. That stinks. I told them to run. They just wouldn't listen. They were so caught up on fighting that they just didn't listen. Now, do we have any more missile troops that this will work with? I don't know. But it looks like they are charging into the front of these phalanxes. And it shouldn't go well for them, but I mean, this unit is just completely coming out of formation right away. We may have to charge in here faster than we thought. We'll go ahead and fire some javelins over the top, and we need to just keep an eye on the morale of this smaller unit. Still eager. We will use rally troops as soon as we need to. One of my generals has been pulled into the battle. Let's go ahead and get all of our cavalry pulled into the battle. And we're just going to press in with our phalanx from the side, try and do some damage on these legionaries. If we can break them, that would be so nice. Come on, they're shaken. Oh wow, this is a beautiful charge. I love charges like this where the cavalry are jumping all over the place. Okay, killed the enemy general, and he's fleeing. So let's pull everyone back. Stop, everyone stop. Generals, get back first. Get back generals. Then get back the other cavalry. Just get out of harm's way. Get nice and safe. We've destroyed one of their units, so that's a really good start. Now we need to draw up the hoplites in some kind of a logical formation. Sprint into position. Oh no. Okay, this unit is wavering, so maybe we'll break them even though we're not in formation, just as a sword unit. Broken. There we go. All right. Quickly draw. We want a phalanx. We want to use our spears. We do not want to be using our swords, so come on. All right, they're nearly in position. Let's go ahead and drop the phalanx, just see if they can figure it out. Let's drop like this, with most of the front being our bigger unit and the side unit being our smaller unit. All right. They're giving us plenty of time to do this. I'm not sure why, but I'm grateful. Thank you very much. And where's the smaller unit of Peltas? Oh, they're outside of the city. We'll just let them stay out there, and we'll try to use our bigger unit of Peltas to draw them into a fight. I mean, they're not going to have this kind of range, but I don't know. We'll figure something out. We might have to just move up the phalanx slightly. Just do something like that. Just pull the phalanx up a bit. And I don't know. This is probably not the best idea. How much more range do we need? Not that much more. All right. What are you doing here, dude? Just hanging out? Okay. Pull up a little bit closer. Just a little bit. Pull up the Peltas. No, not quite. A little bit further. Please don't just charge and immediately break my unit. All right, I'm going to get my general nearby just for morale in case we need it. Okay, so we're in range. We're firing with all of our Peltas. And yeah, this smallest unit's attacking first, which is good. They'll break right away. They're down to 4. And the unit of legionary cavalry, the bigger one, is still at 99. At this point, I could probably just charge onto the city center with my cavalry and just mop up all these troops. But that's how you lose generals. I know that firsthand because I've lost a lot of generals in this campaign. So we're not going to do that. We're going to try our best to be smart about this. Pull up the hoplites one more time. And let's keep the backup hoplites with them, just providing a little more reinforcement. And then we'll grab our Peltas. And we'll keep our cavalry nearby, specifically our general. We want him to be nearby, but all of our cavalry can just hang out in this area. We'll need them once the battle starts. So just keep them somewhat nearby. Let's do this. We're going to pull up to here. It's a little nerve-wracking, but you can do it. Go there, get the general up, keep all the generals nearby. Keep the cavalry nearby. There we go. Okay. They're charging into the stronger unit, so that's good. We're going to get some Peltas to fire. Can we do enough damage to this unit here? Okay. Come on, guys. Do not break on me. They're shaken. Let's get our light cavalry in here. We're just going to have them charge in. Shaken. No, both units are shaken. We are not doing this, guys. All right, everyone, all the generals, charge in. Even if it means we lose a general here, I'm taking this city. I am not risking losing all of my infantry, all of my cavalry, and then having to do this with generals anyways. So we're just having every single unit attack. Everyone go. Come on. We broke one of their units, which is good for morale. And we're just going to continue chunking through everyone. We will lose a general here, I guarantee you. Because we're just fighting it out. Yeah, I mean, who's this general? Hopefully not anyone important. This general, where are you? I'm going to rally troops to see where he is. Okay, he's here. All right, keep chunking through. We're so close. Just 55 more legionaries. Just push through. Kill them all. Please, no generals. We're so close to not losing any generals. Can we do this? Maybe. I'm not going to get my hopes up. Just keep fighting, apply the pressure, keep it going. Is that it? That's it. Good job, guys. Woo! You won. I'm proud of you. No generals died. That is an amazing result. We took Sparta, finally. I had PTSD over the city, but we finally got it. The Sparta incident has been amended. Oh my goodness, amazing. All right, so we lost 651 troops. Mostly Peltas. We lost a lot of them to towers, that kind of stuff. But I'm proud of this. Who did the best? Some Peltas did the best. 216 kills. That's crazy. Good job, guys. All right, wow, well done. We won. Amazing. Now we need to decide what to do at Sparta. I think we have to exterminate Sparta just because we need to send the troops over to Corinth in order to have Corinth not rebel. So we're going to have to exterminate Sparta. So sorry. The plunder from that does help to offset the 116,000 denarii we're losing because we're spending so much bribing generals this turn. But yeah, all right, we finally got Sparta. I'm so happy about that. Let's retrain what is inside the city. And we can build some more troops. What do we want? Well, we've got some Scutarii. We need some heavy infantry for Athens, for Larissa. They're bringing some reinforcements, so we're going to need troops for sure. And we're going to have to send over some troops to Corinth just to keep the peace. Do we have any mercenaries? No mercenaries. Uh-oh. All right, let's send over a couple more units to Corinth. We want to make sure Corinth doesn't riot. Because if Corinth riots again, then we lose Corinth. Whereas Sparta can riot this turn, and it's no big deal. Because the first turn of rioting has no real consequences. All right, I'm going to start bringing over generals, if you make me. Oh my goodness. Am I going to have to bring over every single general except for the smallest one? Oh no, Corinth, don't rebel on me. This is not good. What do we do? Oh, I have an idea. All right, we're going to bring some troops from Thurman if we can. Let's get a bunch of units from Thurman, put them on this boat, drive the boat over, grab the troops. Okay, perfect. So a couple of them can go to Corinth. And in Corinth, we need to combine some troops in order to make a room. Ooh, we don't have that much room. We'll send some smaller units down to Sparta, and then we'll grab some bigger units, send them over to Corinth. There we go. Corinth is happy. Finally. That was really stressful. I thought we were going to lose Corinth to a civil revolt. Let's go ahead and grab the last few troops and send them over to Sparta. There we go. Sparta's at 55%. There we go. 90% public order. We're not going to have any rioting in Greece this turn. That's crazy. Go you. Good job. The question is, where is this big army and this big army going? If they go to Thurman, now we're going to have issues at Thurman because once again, we've emptied the city out to go defend other cities. So maybe Thurman will just forever be the home of really scary battles where we don't have enough troops. Let's see if we can grab anyone from Apollonia. Yes, we can. Okay. That makes this a little better. We'll grab some slingers and some Scutarii from Apollonia, send them over to Thurman. And in Apollonia, we can build some Scutarii. And you know what? I forgot that I had some bull warriors sitting on this ship at Apollonia. Because we just didn't have any freedom here when there were a bunch of ships. I couldn't land them. But now we can put our bull warriors in Apollonia. Apollonia is nice and safe. And we can send a few more units of Scutarii down to Thurman. And now Thurman is looking very secure. At some point, I really want to get a general over to Kydonia. Just because then I can build some more Cretans and send them back to Sparta and Corinth. So let's grab our fleet here, bring it over to this port, and we'll grab one of our generals, and we'll just grab, Inaki of Palantia. You have a mercenary captain? Yes, you do. All right, we'll grab you and send you over next turn to Kydonia to grab some more recruits. So let's go ahead and end this turn. Yeah, this guy just continues marching. He's forever marching up north. And Alesia has been besieged by the factional leader of the Britons. We might just have to go smash him with Kerbasi's army. Yeah, I was hoping he would turn around and go defend his homeland, but he's chosen violence, so violence is what he will get. We will check out our announcements. Alesia, we know about that, and then Patavium has also been besieged. Didn't quite expect that. Good thing we just got a new general in this region. We've been building up some troops. So let's grab Tiberius Paulinus. He's immediately going to turn and attack some Romans. So he is a proper traitor to the Romans. We love those. Go on up here. We'll grab some cavalry from Ariminum. Grab some cavalry from Arretium. And they can't quite reach, but I mean, this is a pretty decent army. I would not want to fight this army if I was Captain Lentulus with his mostly pre-Marian army. Yeah, not going to go great for him. We'll go ahead and grab these long shields, bring them to the bridge here, and next turn we'll bring them into the army. Let's take a look at our end of turn report. Yep, we lost 126,000 denarii last turn. That was just because we bribed some generals. But, I mean, we're immediately going to start making that money back. Next turn, we're making 17,000 denarii profit. So I'm not worried about the economy right now. Let's take a look at our construction report. In Osca, we have an archery range. Let's see if a market is worth building here. I guess. I mean, it will make slightly more money. Sure, we'll go ahead and do it. Why not? In the long run, the long run, it will pay off eventually. So why not? In Lugdunum, we got our warlords hold, so we finally have a large town here. And let's go straight for a stockade. You never know when the British are going to show up and besiege your city, so we will need to hold out if they come. A knock-in. At Narbo Martius, we have a market, and we'll go ahead and build a practice range here. There's no reason not to. At Massilia, we have stables. We'll build a blacksmith here, so we get a little bit stronger cavalry if we ever build any. And eventually, once we're at a minor city, we'll be able to build that warlord stables, and we'll be a little bit stronger. We'll be able to build some long shields here. At Lepkus Magna, we have a weaponsmith. We'll go for a great market. At Thurman, we have a Sacred Circle of Isis. We'll go for a weaponsmith. And that's exciting for me because I can finally retrain bull warriors and train new ones, actually, which is definitely going to be worth doing. We'll train some bull warriors at Thurman. It'll be really nice to have some fresh heavy infantry for the Greek campaign. At Kydonia, we have an archery range. We'll just build everything that's available here. Kydonia is really only useful to the Empire as a place to buy mercenaries, so that's all we're going to use it for. At Corinth, we repaired some things that were damaged in the rioting. We'll just continue doing that. Oh man, they're really unhappy with us. Why are you guys unhappy? 70%, that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. We'll continue queuing more peasants. And yeah, look at the Romans rolling into town. They are ready for a scrap. So we might have to defend Corinth sooner than we expected. Now the question is, do we want to defend Corinth or do we want to fight out in the field? I think we want to probably defend Corinth because we have large stone walls here. And I mean, they don't have any onagers. They have ballistas, which will do damage to the walls. I think it will eventually knock down the walls, but we should be all right to defend with some good skirmishers, slingers, that kind of stuff. Let's kind of work on improving the quality of these units though. So peasants have no place in Corinth. We will replace them with scutarii. At Corinth, what do we have here? We should probably combine some units of bull warriors to just get a little bit stronger heavy infantry here. Yeah, we can send this weak unit of bull warriors back to Sparta, and we will grab a fresh unit of scutarii. And then I'm going to temporarily take someone out of the city. We'll do a general to check for mercenaries, but also to make room to grab another unit of mercenary hoplites and combine them with this unit. There we go, and we'll bring them back into the city. Corinth is looking nice and tough now. I don't think they would be able to take the city if they wanted to. So I feel good about that. Let's make sure we're still building more troops at Sparta in case we're besieged here. And we definitely will need the mercenaries that we were hoping to grab on Kydonia. So what do we have here? All right, we have some Cretans, we have some hoplites, Thracians, all of these. We'll take slingers, we'll take peltas. I'm happy with that. Now, can we make it back to Sparta? Yes, we can. Amazing. So let's get Inaki back inside Sparta. Oh, we can't do it this turn, but next turn we'll get his army of mercenaries inside of Sparta. And that's a pretty decent force for defending the city if we get attacked here. Now it is time. I've put it off long enough. It is time to kill Cador the Conqueror and his flimsy little army. Doesn't look that tough to me. I see a lot of barbarian mercenaries. I see weak but strong swordsmen and British light chariots. So, I mean, we have 2,000 heavy cavalry here, or light medium heavy cavalry. I don't know what they are, but I think we can easily take Cador the Conqueror. He's a good general. Wow, 125 cavalry, famous warrior, veteran warrior, bodyguard, shield bearer, 10 stars of command, and 6 wreaths of influence, which actually helps with morale. Horribly scarred for +6 to general's hit points. Sanguinary is good, that's -1 morale, but then +2 morale from brave, and reverent for another +1 morale. So I think total +4 morale, and extra morale from his command stars and his influence wreaths. Cador the Conqueror is no joke. He has another general with him who's just a family member. I wish Cador the Conqueror was not the faction leader because he's also corrupt. He'd be really easy to bribe, but unfortunately you can't bribe faction leaders no matter how corrupt they are. But let's look at his army. I mean, peasants, weak. Mercenaries, weak. This unit, weak, 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 weak. This is not great. So outside of the general himself, this is not the best army. We're just going to have to smash them with cavalry. I think we can handle this. Ooh, I like it a little bit snowy. We'll keep it snowy and a little bit foggy. And I hate that I think we can handle this has become like my unofficial catchphrase. We needed like, I think I can handle this merch. All right, but in this case, I mean, I think I can handle this. Look how much cavalry we brought. This is scary. We've even got Norbert. He's going to stay out of the action because I don't want to lose any elephants. We need him for the rest of the campaign, but yeah, this is a scary army. If ever I saw one, we're just going to have a massive, massive wall of cavalry over here. They're going to be grouped up, and then we'll have a massive wall of cavalry over here, and they will be grouped up. And honestly, let's try out wedge formation for all of these units. That sounds really fun. We'll go ahead and start this battle, and we're just going to have Carthaginians the Conqueror back here with Norbert, looking like Napoleon, up on a hill, just watching from a distance. So we have reinforcements, and it looks like they might be controlled by the AI. I'm hoping not, but I don't know. It depends on if they start moving. That would be really bad. We don't want them commanded by the AI. We're just going to command all of these units to target different troops on the field. We want to get rid of the general right away for the morale debuffs. We're just telling everyone to target someone different. Yeah, target these really weak units over here. This warlord over here, over here. These small chariots. Target these infantry. All right, and then I'm going to tell all these units to sprint. Tell all these units to sprint, and let's grab anyone who's not targeting anyone yet. Just charge into these units. We want to cause a mass rout on all sides of the army all at once. Is the wedge thing working? I wanted to try it out. I don't know if it's really working. But let's get Carthaginians in the action here, because I don't know if morale's going to go well in this battle. Oh gosh. We need a break. We need something to break. Over here, nothing? Nothing breaking? Oh gosh. Guys, can we get a break? Please, just one break. All right, we got one break. Let's charge into the rear of these units over here. We have some peasants at the back over here, which would be nice and weak. Carthaginians getting close to the action, so I'm going to use rally troops. And then I want to keep him kind of away from these chariots, because chariots can just rip through general's units and kill your general really quick. All right, guys, can we sprint? Did you think I wanted you to walk? Come on. All right, where did this unit break? On the flank, that's all right. That's not really important. Over here, if we can get a break, that would be amazing. All right, we got a break. They were feeling surrounded, so they broke on this flank. And we'll run them down, and this should help out with the rest of the battle. Okay, yeah, this was a win. Let's make sure we get the faction leader, because he's really good. There we go, we got him. Did we get the faction leader? Yes, Cador the Conqueror is dead. He's the one I cared about. The other guy, I don't know. Take him or leave him. I don't really care. Let's get our general out of the way of these routing chariots, because I don't want to take any casualties from their scythes. And let's just run down these mercenaries that are fleeing. Run down anything you can grab. That was a nice decisive battle. And these troops are fleeing through my reinforcing army. Let's continue the battle. Do they die if they flee through my reinforcing army? No, they just kind of run into them. They killed some of my troops though, so I guess that's that. We'll have this guy kill his general. There you go. Get some kills. Reinforcing army. Yeah, get some kills. There you go. Okay, this was a a good win. I don't think I'll use the wedge formation again. I know there is a use for it. It's probably for like really dense like units of legionaries, that kind of stuff, not for just loose units. But I wanted to try it out. We lost 639 cavalry. Ooh, not the best result, but we killed the faction leader of the Britons, and we destroyed an army of 1,700. No one escaped, so that's pretty good. All right, we were going to go straight to Samarobriva, but now we need some repairs. So let's send back our weakest troops to Alesia for repairs. 8 units need to be topped up at Alesia. We have 1 unit which can, or actually 2 units here which can replace them. So we could just start marching up to Samarobriva. Yeah, let's do it. We'll grab Oros, this general. He's honestly pretty good. We'll combine him with Kerbasi's army and get these bull warriors into Alesia. And then we'll just send them north to Samarobriva. It doesn't look like they have much in the area. I mean, they might have another army here, but I'm guessing that was their strong army in this region, and we won't have to deal with anymore. All right, we've got 1 army here. I think this was the fleeing army we just defeated. I would drop a watchtower here if I wasn't on a road, yeah. Geraint of Aquae Sulis, this is the factionaire that we just totally slaughtered. He's down to 17, he's weak. Yeah, we're doing pretty well here. Is this their new faction leader? Cador. He's 29. He's not ready to be a leader. Yeah, we should be able to take Samarobriva. It'll be a little bit of a battle, but I think we can handle it. And last but not least, is it time to knock the Carthaginians out of the game? Bodishmon Olisipo is here with 67 heavy cavalry, but that looks like that's all he brought. Inside of Nepte, there's just the 1 unit of Libyan spearmen. I mean, they're tough, but there's 89 of them. I think we can just win this, right? Yeah, there's only 77 round shields, 10 random infantry, and then Bodishmon Olisipo, who doesn't have anything that will save him in this battle. This would be a good time to have Brutally Scarred, because you're going to be fighting, man. I guarantee he will be brutally scarred after this battle, let me tell you. But let's go ahead and prepare. We'll have our Libyan mercenaries push the ram, just because they're a little less valuable. And then, oh man, where are the reinforcements coming from? I'm trying to recall. I think it's the northeast. I don't recall exactly, but I'm going to go ahead and have my cavalry over here with Gurguri in the northeast corner of the map. And hopefully this is where the reinforcements are coming from. We will leave the bull warriors with the Libyan mercenaries in case they have to fight the Libyan spearmen alone. And we'll leave this small unit of long shields with them as well, just in case. And let's see if I was correct about where the reinforcements are coming from. Okay, not quite. They're coming from nearby though. So let's grab our cavalry, send them in this direction, and hopefully we can intercept the enemy general before he makes it into the city. Alright, so at the front gates, let's go ahead and get the ram working. We'll get the bull warriors nearby as well, have them on fire at will. And let's just see if we can intercept this reinforcement army while our ram is working. We'll slow this down a little bit to double game speed, and it looks like they're just hanging out. Not really sure that's a good plan. Getting a good charge into this unit of round shields will be really bad for morale. But if they're going to let me do it, I will do it. I don't know why they're not beelining for the city center, but good for you. We'll use rally troops at the last moment so Gurguri stays safe. There he is. And they charge into these round shields. They're shaken already. Broken. Yep. And then we'll have them charge into the general next. He's shaken. He goes between steady and shaken, so he might not break, but he's going to die really quickly here. He's outnumbered like 4 to 1, 5 to 1 here. And yeah, Gurguri the Conqueror is, or no, Gurguri the Butcher is not one to be messed with. So the general's already dead, the unit's broken. We will run down as many of them as we can, and then we will just see how many more kills we can get on this reinforcing army before they make it back to the city center. Over here, we are almost through the gates, and let's get our bull warriors inside the city. We will reinforce them with the Libyan mercenaries, and yeah, I think we should be able to easily handle the Libyan spearmen if they try to attack. Over here, we've almost reached the round shields. Yeah, they're going to break again, and we might follow them into the city center this time, which would be ideal. And the enemy general has also reformed. So if we can get another swing at this general, that would be wonderful. We want to totally kill him before he gets to the city center so that he doesn't have the unlimited morale of being safe on the city center. And yep, we've caught him here. He's wavering again, so we should break pretty quickly. There we go, broken. Down to 5. We don't need to follow him into the city because at this point we'll just go through the gates. We'll go around the city with our cavalry, get them in through the front gate, try to avoid the towers if we can. And then, I mean, honestly, let's just send the bull warriors in to kill these Libyans. They can handle it. 152 versus 89. I think they got this. The Libyans are reacting. I'm going to just drop my bull warriors right here, drop the Libyan mercenaries with them. And we are going to take a few casualties from this tower, but that's all right. Doesn't matter if we lose 1 or 2 horses here. Just little towers. All right, our bull warriors are nearly prepared. This general's armored bodyguard of 3 is charging into my bull warriors. They're wavering already. Broken. Yeah. Bye-bye. They're probably going to get hit by some javelins too. Nope, they did the animation, but they didn't actually throw. Let's pull up to right about here with our bull warriors, get the Libyans behind them, and at some point they're going to start throwing their javelins, and this whole unit's going to get shredded. Let's get our cavalry inside the city as well, in case something goes wrong with the bull warriors. Alright, they're charging off the city center. Again, they're going to break this unit of general's cavalry. Well, they might not break, but they will be destroyed. Let's get these Libyans firing at the Libyan spearmen. And with this breaking cavalry unit, they're going to have some morale issues here as well. We've got missiles coming over the top. Let's see if we can get our bull warriors to throw some missiles as well. Said they were reloading for a moment. Try and throw your javelins in. Throw your javelins in. Come on. Alright, they're not going to do it, but they are chunking through this Libyan spearman unit. They are impetuous, and the Libyan spearmen are steady. Not really sure how this is even close, because bull warriors are objectively better. They have 2 hit points, better armor, better attack. They use swords, so I'm not really sure how this is close, but it's very hard. This is just how it goes. Yes, finally some javelins. This will destroy the Libyans. Come on, throw them. There we go. They've broken. We'll get some more shots in. And yeah, more shots from the Libyan mercenaries. They're down to 11 Libyan spearmen and 5 round shields. Yeah, this is not going well for them. We'll send in the long shields to help out. Just wrap up this battle nice and quick. Kill the last Carthaginians anywhere in the world. It is fitting to do this with bull warriors, with their javelins. Just kill the last commander of the Carthaginians. Keep throwing your javelins. I'll tell them to stop. I don't even want them to fight with their swords. Just stand here. I'll tell the cavalry to stop. Just hang out. Let the javelins do the work. This is how we end factions on the TD Sniper channel. With missiles, always. They're charging off. They want a glorious death, but it's not going to happen. They're going to flee, and then more missiles. Always more missiles. Wow, they're just running around. This unit, I don't think this is going to work out for you. Ouch. And where's the last guy? Over here? The last Carthaginian died quickly with his back turned to some Spanish javelins. Sounds about right. And finally, Gregory the Butcher has completed his lifelong ambition of ridding the world of Carthaginians. Good job, Gregory. Your title of Butcher is very much deserved. Goodbye, Nepte. And wherever this army is out in the desert, it's gone now. It's going to turn into just some rebel elephants. And yeah, I think we should probably go ahead and exterminate Nepte. As sad as that is, because it's a tiny city. Nepte is worth almost nothing. I'll never make any money here, and it's just going to be a hassle trying to keep this place in the Empire. At some point, we'll be able to get it to a minor city, and we can convert over the culture penalty, but we've got a 50% culture penalty, 45% distance to capital penalty, so this will always be an annoying city to hold on to. We'll go ahead and repair what was damaged in the siege. Not really sure how that happened. We'll build some communal farming eventually, but let's first get rid of the Temple of Baal. We want a nice Spanish religion here. We'll do the Shrine to Isis because that is the highest public order bonus. And over time, the city will finally grow into a proper Spanish settlement. But yeah, it's going to be a long time for sure. Oh, and look at that. Resistance is futile. Faction destroyed Carthage. And that leaves us with 39 regions. And look at this mini map. Oh, wow. Look at this world map. We have taken all of Northern Africa up to the Egyptian border. We've taken most of Greece, all of Italy. We've taken all of Spain, almost all of France. This is a wonderful empire. And let's look at diplomacy. Who is even left in this game? The Bruttii, the Egyptians, the Parthians, Pontus, Germania, Britannia, Scythia. That's it. And Britannia, that's my next goal. They'll be out of the game soon. Bruttii, I'm sure, will be annoying. They'll stick around for a while, but we'll get rid of them in the end as well. Yeah, this is decidedly a victorious campaign. We're going to continue all the way until the world is conquered, but half of the world is not a bad start. And I'm going to go ahead and end this part right here. This was a very satisfying one. We got the Carthaginians out of the game. We can start disbanding armies up in Northern Africa. We can send Gregory the Butcher either off to retirement or off to another campaign before he dies. We took Corinth and Sparta. We're on our way to taking Samarobriva and knocking the Britons off of mainland Europe. And we've hatched a plan to counterattack against the Bruttii on this front, kick them out of this region of like Dacia, all this land that I am so accustomed to owning from my other campaign. I want to take it off the Bruttii. So yeah, this is really where the campaign is speeding up. We are knocking out our enemies quickly. The Bruttii will fall soon. And yeah, I mean, we are moving in the right direction. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and have a great day. Bye-bye.